and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Eagles and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you. The Colts taking on the Eagles of Houston. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Throwing on first down. Nance. This pass left side to Downs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First carry for DeAndre Swift. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Nance. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get the first sack. Damone Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down to the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. On first down, Watkins. And he's got it. Touchdown. Great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point. Good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nance. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Colt defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the #6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing up.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. First speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Nance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is... wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple. Combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Off play action. Watkins in trouble and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down. And that is going to be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We are in for a good one as we're 3-1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They need 12 here. It's third down. As they've got it as we resume action. On third down, Nance. Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Here's Allen. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. And out now come the Eagles. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start first and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go play action here on first down. And that one too wide and incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. And now they'll shift things around. Off the play fake. Watkins going deep here for Allen. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Watkins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown. That was the kind of play that this defense needed, because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Eagles! From 8 yards out. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 1st and 10, Nance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. They're going to keep it on the ground. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amari Barno. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Miles. Touchdown. 8 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throwing on first down. Nance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but these guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Miles. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Off play action. Watkins. Throw left side complete. That's Miles. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Watkins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 3rd down, Hodge. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a 1st down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Nance.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jair Elam makes a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Off play action. Watkins. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Miles. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, following a conversion here on 3rd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Colts gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable now for Allen. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Off the play fake. Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Off play action. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Miles. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their response. It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Off the play fake. Watkins. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Was not troubled by the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Nance. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Nance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him out man-to-man and try to limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Off play action. Watkins. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Great effort there. 82 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from one bit?
There he goes, left side. Across midfield. He's on his way. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to eat in just... sizable deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake. Watkins. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Eagles. Big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
And my goodness, another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Nance. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nance. Under pressure, they got him again. Down for the sack, they bring Jalen Carter. The Colts send out their punter. as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Back to throw. Nance. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Colts. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Off play action. Watkins. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off the play fake. Watkins. Throw left side, complete. That's Dean. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Nance.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Nance. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Houston.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more,
and this is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch. "78 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Back to throw. Nance. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on second down. Nance. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston set to take over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me that.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Watkins. He finds his man complete. It's Dean. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Watkins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw on second down. Nance, and some room to maneuver. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Off play action. Watkins. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it out. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Watkins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nance. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.